Hello and welcome back to more games of Dota 2 for the Kiev Major European Qualifiers. Prodota Gaming will go up against Elements Pro Gaming.
Dire team
Who's
pick.
the more pro team? We will find out here with Merlini, and the opening picks are done. We have another Centaur Invoker combination. This time for
Whoever
Elements Pro Gaming.
picks keeper first is more pro.
Alright, that's an easy thing. I don't think we need to watch the game anymore then. That's how that
10
goes.
seconds remaining.
Next.
But I think both these teams are keeper ignorers.
5 seconds remaining.
How can they be keeper ignorers?
Some teams just are.
It's not a thing.
It is
Reserve
not a
time.
thing. But it is a thing.
It shouldn't be a thing.
It should not be a thing.
Because also, Prodota already has picked up a Rubik. Would you really pick up two supports in the first two, especially?
If
two?
it's keeper, hell yeah.
Alright. I'm very convinced of that. Elements Pro Gaming so far are 1-1, with Prodota Gaming not having a single win to their name, unfortunately.
They
for
played
them.
some tough teams, though, I think.
Yeah, the only team that Elements Pro Gaming actually lost to was Bears,
Bears,
and I
yeah.
think that's allowed.
That is acceptable. That game was not terribly close, though.
No, I wouldn't expect it to be. Would you?
No.
No. So you know.
Sand King.
Keeper of the Light
Radiant
ignored.
team
There-
ban.
Maybe it's gonna get banned out, and then at least it's
I think if you don't first visit, you just don't value the hero.
maybe there's a gentleman's agreement.
There is no gentleman's agreement when it comes to qualifying
Okay.
for
10
majors.
seconds
alright.
remaining.
Forget I asked. Okay, Centaur and Invoker, that combination
5
we've
seconds
seen before
remaining.
as well.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, you're happy with that opening? Like if you compare the two, which team would you rather be on?
Reserve time.
I
Neither,
would
because there's no call.
rather I'd rather have Prodotas. I think and once you see the Invoker, because Invoker can only go mid, right? You can't aggro duel, you can't safe lane solo him. It's just only mid for him. So it's
Yeah.
I think I've seen him like off lane solo like a couple of times with Quasso X, but that's just not a thing.
We've seen him safe lane sometimes, but that only is by Black. I've only ever seen Black.
Oh yeah,
do
that's
that.
true. But so I think you
Dire
can
team
punish it
ban.
because it makes their lanes a lot more obvious. Centaur, off lane, Invoker, mid. Like Rubik, you could duo off lane with him sinking, he can still be a
Radiant
support, he
team
can solo
ban.
safe lane, he can solo off lane, he can just roam and constantly screw up the Invoker. There's a lot of things you can do with the Rubik sinking lineup, which is why I prefer theirs a little bit more, despite their heroes being, I think, slightly weaker than the Centaur
Dire
plus one
team
opener.
ban.
Alright. So the bans so far, we have got some mid bans. An Alchemist and a Templar Assassin. I mean, if you already know that you're going to be Invoker mid, you want to try to make that lane as easy as possible.
Yeah, OD's already banned out.
10
T
seconds
banned
remaining.
out. What are the heroes as well? I think
5
Jug's
seconds
like
remaining.
okay, depending on what heroes you have to roam onto him in the mid lane.
Would Alchemist be
Reserve
good against an
time.
Invoker mid? Like, I know it's banned, but is it banned for that reason?
I don't think he's particularly good. He's a low armor hero, gets owned by Forge Spirits later on. You can easily find him in the jungle with like anyone plus Sunstrike. I would say is pretty like Sand King.
Radiant
I
team
don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Alchemist
Alright.
nowadays. Occasionally I think it's okay, but maybe Prototo just play it a lot. I suppose.
Probably.
Probably.
That would be, a solution for that. Or rather, a
10
reason for the
seconds
ban.
remaining.
So we have got some supports removed on the side of Prodota Gaming, and
5
it is an
seconds
Earth Spirit as
remaining.
well as a Shadow Demon. I have not seen Shadow Demon today. That being said, I'm obviously
Reserve
not able to
time.
watch all the games,
Disruptor.
but I find him oddly lacking
Dire
in
team
presence.
pick.
for games
Want to
that
ban
need
good
him.
supports, I suppose.
Yeah.
He's good setup with the Sunstrike. I think it's the main thing. Disrupt plus Soul Catcher plus Sunstrike is very painful.
10 seconds
Or maybe they
remaining.
just want to pick like a Luna or something like that. It doesn't really deal that
5
well with a
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Demon. Could also be another reason for it.
Well, the
Reserve
Disruptor is
time.
picked up by Elements Pro Gaming, so in terms of synergy, how does that fare? I mean, the chase potential is amazing. That first of all.
Yes. But you have to win the fight in
But
order
y-
for a Disruptor to be
yes.
like super useful.
Yeah, normally what is said about Disruptor is that, he's great when you're ahead, and the moment that you're behind, he's not as useful as he otherwise would be. He can
Definitely.
live up to his full potential.
Glimpse kind of becomes a
Radiant
wasted
team
spell
pick.
at some point
Yeah.
if you're not forehead. But you can also combo like Glimpse into Sunstrike. I've seen it happen before. It's not easy to pull up, but it's definitely possible.
Alright, so we have got the Shadow Fiend versus Invoker mid matchup.
I think Shadow Fiend does fine in
10
that matchup.
seconds remaining.
Happy with that? Maybe expecting some help to be there from the
5
Disruptor or
seconds
the Rubik?
remaining.
Or not
Ooh,
needed?
Disruptor is not one of those heroes I think that can babysit mid. His like
Reserve
attack animation is
time.
not that great. His like armor is not that great. His animation right click is not that great. His move speed is not that great. He just has, like, does not have a lot of things that like let's say a Bane or an Ogre have going for them. The Rubik I think has a little bit more merit. Sometimes we see Clockwork picked up in the offlane just so you can actually feed Shadow Fiend a lot of souls in the early game. I also think it's pretty good versus Centaur and Invoker, although not particularly good versus Disruptor. I wouldn't be too surprised to see it picked up.
Do Shadow Fiend or Invoker force supports to help mid, or are they
Dire
okay
team
by
pick.
themselves? Like, is anybody going to cry
I
for
think
help?
Shadow Fiend wins it because he's one of the few
Alright.
heroes that can actually out damage an Exhort Invoker, and on top of that he has AoE, so he can like push out the wave and farm neutrals and check runes at the same time.
So Ogre Magi there
10
for the first
seconds
couple of rounds of
remaining.
creeps is
Yeah.
going to be...
You want to pressure
Crucial.
the Shadow Fiend at
Okay.
least because you don't.
5 seconds
With the Disruptor,
remaining.
you just don't have any kill potential. Disruptor's not very good at killing a Shadow Fiend. I guess like Cold Snap plus like Disruptor's
Reserve
like all
time.
right, but it's still very very weak. In
Keep
general, you
her
need a
Hey!
babysitter saving. Oh, they picked it.
They picked it!
Radiant team
They won.
ban.
If only Dota was that simple. It's like,
They won.
okay, Gigi, go next.
I have
blah, blah, blah.
honestly I have not seen a keeper lose today.
I've not seen Keeper lose either, because I have not seen a lot of games with Keeper.
I've seen
10
at least
seconds
3.
remaining.
Yeah, as it should be. That's okay though.
5 seconds
happens.
remaining.
Alright, so Keeper with Light, good hero. And actually,
Reserve time. 10
Stampede.
seconds remaining.
is pretty helpful. Invoker is a very fast hero.
5
Mana Leak, I'm
seconds
just thinking about
remaining.
Mana Leak. I think that's the most annoying spell that ever lived.
Yeah, Stampede does
team
not counter
ban.
mana leak.
Nope, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like it's gonna be very annoying because the moment you're trying to run around like a crazy horse, you
That's-
got another guy on a horse that just says no.
That's why I think Keeper is one of the best because he also deals with Centaur, which is
Yes.
probably the most popular
10
offlaner in this
seconds
patch.
remaining.
So Prodota, they need to ban out a safe lane tower hitter
5 seconds remaining.
or a farmer. Let's see. Good laners for Centaur. Ursa
Reserve
is pretty
time.
common, but tends to not win games because he can't push high ground.
Well, Element's already banned out the Juggernaut, so other than that, Prodota
I
can choose whatever
I
they
kind
want
of
to
like
go up against
Luna.
to go up against Centaur.
I think it's fine if
Yeah.
you have the Disruptor down there. It's not great, but like Disruptor +1 is not really going to be able to deal with the Disruptor at all
Nice
anyway.
call on the
Radiant
Ursa ban,
team
and there's
pick.
the Lifestealer pickup as well. We've seen the damage that the Lifestealer can do against the Centaur first and previous game.
Mm-hmm.
So, Elements Pro Gaming, what do they need? They go up against the Sand King.
They do love their Slark. I'm sure Swift
10
Ending is like, pick
seconds
me Slark,
remaining.
pick me Slark, because that guy loves Slark. Ooh, Clinks. I like Clinks a lot. Clinks is actually really good at killing Keeper. I think he's one of the best heroes, I think. One of the best safe lane cores that dealing with Keeper Light. And he's also does a lot of physical damage versus the Lifestealer during the Rage, which is also very, very good. This is probably one of the better Clinks picks that I've seen. I expected them to pick Slark because they just pick it all the time. But Clinks is way better.
I like it too. You can't keep Keeper of the Light down to delay his Aghanim Scepter, which is part of the reason why it's so good. At the same time, Lifestealer and Sand King combination, you don't need Cuddle. You'll get your wards from get your vision from wards and have the jump that way. Shadow Fiend, if he has a decent mid lane, can get out of control real fast, and then Clinks is just
10
food because if
seconds
there is a
remaining.
mid proper detection, Clinks is so squishy.
5 seconds
quite squishy.
remaining.
So, would you aggressive try line against Clinks? Is there a chance? Why is it? Oh, everybody was dead at the start. People
I don't think you
commented.
need to. I think Clinks does well in like a sack sort of situation, like the two supports just go do whatever, like mess with the other lanes, and he just sits there and soaks up XP. Because once he's level 6, he can do whatever he wants. He can jungle, he can farm the lane, he can push towers, and he can gank. He can do anything that you want to as a Clinks. So all you need to do is get 6 and just not die, which is pretty easy when you have Windwalk.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Garter will play Lifestealer. And Mickey will play the Shadow Fiend with a Roshan headpiece, by the way. Cheshire Cat on the Sand King. As we have got Insania on the Rubik, and on bot lane it's Come With Me, I'll Keep Up the Light. On the Radiant side, LeBron Dota on the Ogre Magi. He'll be supporting Swift Ending on his Clinks. And we have the Disruptor supporting as well. Go one. Go G1. There we go. Cole, an Invoker. Again, with the cool Invoker set. I like that set. And Mitch on the Centaur. That was everybody. Let's see how the lanes are shaping up. Looks like nobody's really trying any funky things.
30 seconds to battle.
Everybody's kind of happy. We did have a deep ward placed by the Dire. I like that ward.
Yep, blocks the spawn, and it dodged the Sentry Ward that was already placed by Elements Pro.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Not even close.
Not even.
But that's kind of where they expected it, because Keeper kind of faked it out like he had just placed a ward when they saw him down there.
And Insania is abusing the fact that Garcher is distracting Mitch. Place the ward. Nice warding by Prodota. If you compare that to the wards of Elements, I mean, they got that ward. I saw that earlier. I'm still not very happy with that. It feels like it's so defensive.
It's not going to get dewarded, is the thing.
I know, but it's so defensive.
It is
Like
more offensive than a ward that is dead, Cheever.
How? I don't know.
There's not that many other better places to put it. Like, you put it too far left, you don't see it in a lane. You
But
put it.
why can't you just put it there? Nobody's
That is like the most common deward
I
spot.
know, but because it's so common, you next level.
That is very next level, Cheever. I'm not that
Yeah.
next level.
Okay, what's happening here? Centaur is taking quite the beating here on top lane. Has got a salve in his inventory, so he should be okay.
Dire's
We have
top tower
Cole
is
on
under
the
attack.
Invoker mid. He's gotten some tangos, but he's not getting any help from the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is starting on bot lane.
Trying to bully out Keeper +1, but Sand King is on the far right side. He also has a TP scroll just in case something funny happens. Disruptor trying to do stuff. Come With Me is in a tight spot.
Oh, there comes the slow. The Ignite is there. Swift Ending is there, and the first blood picked up by LeBron.
Ooh, he picked up Strafe at level 2. That is unusual on the Clinks.
You like?
It definitely got him the Keeper kill. That was a really nice kinetic field. I like how a lot of them save their skill points. But as I mentioned before, the Clinks is actually really good at dealing with the Keeper.
Yeah.
Blinding Light's annoying, but normally he's shot enough arrows in the air because of Strafe that you can't actually react in time.
Oh, they realized Sand King didn't have his Burrow Strike. He got greedy. Got his Caustic first. And still level 1, so the second kill going toward the bottom lane. Disruptor. Again, the support getting the gold. Do you like supports getting the kills early on, or would you prefer to see them on the Clinks?
As long as someone gets the kill.
Okay. That's the most important part.
I think it's just like the benefit that you get versus like the small risk of actually not getting a kill because you're trading out the support is just not worth it. You just go for the kill. If you get it, great. If not, whatever. You got the kill, or your team got the kill, right? It's a team game. Your team got the kill. That's the victory that you're looking for.
Yeah, but you kind of want to have the gold. You know, your core.
Yeah, but I mean, min-maxing for things like this is just, like, you never know. Like, someone could be TPing in on the shrine.
Yeah, you want to.
He could have a fairy fire. He could have a stick. Like, there's just so many strange things that can happen that just can make your life a lot more difficult.
Alright, I think they want to go for Keeper again. They got LeBron here. He's got the Ignite going. There's still, actually, there is a Burrow Strike now on the Sand King. The block is there. Where's the follow-up? There's no follow-up. And they're actually gonna harass LeBron a bit with the
Clinks doesn't want to
Illuminate
miss the
coming
full
through
creep wave. So
yeah, they got the range creeps there too, so it's very important for him to get those, I guess. I don't know, he was pinging out from afar. In the meantime, Centaur has a tough time. He does get the hoof stomp up just as the rage ends from Garter, but again, he can't go for the shrine anymore because he already used that.
that's
he has
okay.
to go to base.
It's okay for Elements Pro Game because they're winning bottom so hard. They're able to pull. Clinks is getting a lot of farm. They got a kill on the Keeper. Keeper's not getting that much out of the lane. He only has 3 CS.
And they are getting constantly harassed with the supports. And because LeBron got that first blood, he's already got his tranquils as well. So he can take some harassment because he'll just heal up. No regen needed. Disruptor also rich. He's got his boots 4 minutes in. Everybody rich. Apart from Klinks. Klinks not rich.
I wonder
Wow.
if he's gonna get a helm.
Klinks?
Yeah, you'll see it quite often for the 1400 HP creep death pact.
Ah, he's not. Well, he's not gonna get it, but yeah, I mean, might. I guess so.
You might get it for soul.
Yeah.
Usually you'll see Blightstone
Radiant's
because you
middle
do
tower is under
100%
attack.
physical damage, and
Yeah.
then you'll see either a helm or Dezo depending on what your team is doing. Dezo I think is probably better just because it's a lot more stable. You can do a lot of things with it. You can push, you can scout, you can tank Roche, and of course you can eat it for tons of damage on command.
Oh, a lot of damage done. This Klinks has to be careful. He is also taking, not just taking a lot of damage, but he's also taking a hit in terms of last hits. He's sitting on 18 for 3. His counterpart, Lifestealer, is sitting on 31 to 7.
Radiant's top tower
That's a
is under
massive
attack.
difference.
It's the power of the keeper.
That's an unfortunate one. Power of the keeper, huh?
Yeah, you get your lane spammed out because as soon as it hits nighttime, you can't actually find the keeper in the fog. So you
Yeah.
can just sit in the trees and channel
this.
illuminate constantly, and then generally your carry takes a lot of illuminates to the face, and then you don't have enough regen, or you'll be crippled because you have to buy a lot of salves.
Well,
It
that looks,
sucks.
yeah, it looks like a rough lane for Swift Ending, even though they started out so well. The supports are not able to do as much as they did before. The ward disappeared already as they placed it so early. They do get another get a sentry out. They have an observer there as well. Are they going for one? Are they going for this one? Cheshire Cat. Glimpse is level 1, very short range, so not able to get it. In the meantime, the mid lane's going on as well. We have 22 for 9 on the Invoker, 36 for 11 on Shadow Fiend, who is definitely getting ahead here. So another lane where Prodota, despite, I mean, yeah, they lost 2 lives on bottom, but I think they're quite happy with how their lanes are going.
Invoker even went 2 points in Wex. I guess I've seen like 1 Quas builds, but usually it's 1 Wex builds. But this helps his early game a lot more with the 1 more point in alacrity.
Alright, Mitch is in the jungle. Ooh, Sunstrike and Invoker? Can LeBron do this? Come with me, he's taking a lot of damage here, but he's gotta... LeBron's gotta dive to tower for this. The Stampede will come to help out. 1 more punch will do the trick, but he needs to find him. He can't
Radiant's
find him.
top
In comes the stun. That'll do it. Gets lifted up though as Insania teleported in. Shadow Fiend's here too. He'll take the kill if he can. He does not get it because Rubik just took it with a paintball. Again though, that was a kill that you gotta be as fast as possible. I don't blame him for kill stealing there, even though it wasn't really a kill steal anyway.
Nope. Shadow Fiend misses raise, so.
He did. No judgment. I miss them all the time. That's why I don't play the hero. Full snap. Can they take this kill? Mike dodges the Sunstrike, but still takes the right click to the face, and with the Electric, that's a lot of damage. In the meantime, though, bottom lane illuminates. Swift Ending. The dust is popped. He's super slow because he. Oh, hello. That's why he takes strafe. He gets the kill too in Mana League. Can't get away. Takes not a lot of damage there, and comes back in to try and go overcome with me with the Disruptor there. Disruptor doesn't have mana, but he comes LeBron. He has got the Sun available. The Sunstrike to top it off. Cole with the kill. That was very clutch. And Swift Ending lives. I did not expect that guy to live.
They don't really have
The
that much
level 1
damage after the Sunstrike. Yeah, the level 1 strafe is good value. He's owned with that.
Yeah.
He was also positioned like in the middle of the lane, so that if Saint wanted to right click him, he'd be vulnerable to that.
Yeah. Oh, Invoker. Yeah. Okay. Nice rotation from Insania. Whee.
Well, there.
That was a quick kill.
He didn't get the souls though, sadly.
No, again.
The Shadow Fiend.
Again.
Radiant's middle
Rubik.
tower is
He's
under
lost all the
attack.
kills for himself. He is doing a nice job getting some nice wards out. He got one at the shrine, which is not yet countered. They did see him walk
Radiant's
high ground, I
top
think,
tower
here.
is
They
under
pinged it
attack.
out anyway. So they might be in time to counterward this. Let's see, he is scouting out that the Centaur is jungling. Did you see that? He can't see that, but he will see the rune disappear. It is confusing. We'll see what he does. Well, there.
Radiant's bottom
He
tower
does
is
draw out
under
on the
attack.
minimap that he thinks Centaur is there, but even if he is, can he really take it down? Are they gonna dive for that? Do you think they can take him down?
Bottom lane. They used epicenter.
Oh.
Do I think they can take him down? Ooh, Stampede though.
Yeah, Rubik is
I
not even gonna try.
If he had an infest up, maybe they can just infest a Rubik or a creep or whatever and get extra damage. But
Slims, long range Slims. Hello, keeper of the line. Bye. You're dead. Very dead.
Radiant's top
Illuminate
tower
level 2 is
has
not
fallen.
really doing that much damage on the Klings that has a creep beat.
yeah, they really actually need to protect, like either ditch this lane or reinforce it with more people than just keeper. Keeper's getting picked off constantly.
Yep.
It's not good for him.
Overall,
Very poor.
The net worth is still going the way of Prodota, with Shadow Fiend and the Lifestealer being the highest up, but yeah, I think that Elements is also quite comfortable with the way things are going. Not a lot of pressure into pressuring down towers, I think.
Yeah, the Clinks doesn't have enough items to really do anything yet.
Oh, hello. They find themselves a Rubik with the stun, the Sunstrike. They're just getting pickups all the time. They don't need to take towers. They're fine just doing what they're doing right now.
Making very good use of the Sunstrike. Invoker is getting really fat really quickly too.
Yeah.
He just picked up his minus not that long ago, and just constantly farming it up. A little bit of side kills from Sunstrike here and there.
I think that's all 3 kills that he has, right? Are
Just
those the Sunstrike kills? Oh, nice blinding light. The chase is on, the Sunstrike is on as well. Oh, okay. He gave mana to the Rubik, I think. Or did he give mana to himself? I think he self-cast. Yeah. Shadow Fiend rotated bottom. He's got a double damage rune. This could be scary. There's not a lot of mana on Swift Ending. He does have a Soul Ring available. He has not eaten a creep yet. Doesn't have mana to eat a creep either, that being said.
Just Shattered Cat with a life stealer inside of him. Are they going to catch LeBron? Do they even want to go on LeBron?
They do want to get LeBron. They want to get more though,
Radiant's
finally.
bottom tower is under
The Shadow
attack.
Fiend gets himself killed. Gets the
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower
Or rather
has
his team
fallen.
gets the tower. I mean, they get LeBron, that's great, but they could have gotten maybe someone else.
Nah, they got the tower. It's good enough. They
Yeah.
want to make as much use of this DD as possible. Bloodlust is Shadow Fiend with double damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That is scary. But at least Bloodlust is gonna wear off. Elements will be okay for a while again. Or for a little while, depending on how aggressive Fisher Cat's gonna be. We'll see. They have all gathered in this mid lane. Swift Ending is waiting to eat a creep to go in. Muto in a few seconds. Or do they have to wait for Centaur before they can fight?
Yeah, they were probably waiting for the Blink Dagger. At the same time, Prodota probably expected that he has a Blink Dagger around this time. 12 minutes, a very common Blink timing
Yeah.
if you've had an okay game.
I wouldn't say he has had a bad game, but why doesn't he then have his Blink Dagger?
I think his like neutrals are taken a lot by Invoker. He doesn't really have the jungle to himself. Clinks also uses the jungle to himself. He's also playing pretty safely too because Lifestealer is in the lane against him, and he doesn't want to use Stampede to just save himself. He also wants it to be able to assist Clinks in getting kills or running away if he's dusted. So he can't use the Stampede whenever he would actually like to use it for himself.
Yeah, the warding of Prodota, I'm really liking it. They are very aggressive with the wards that they have placed. Trying to keep tabs on that Clinks as well. They have surrounded him now as well. Do they have detection? Yes, they do. There's a dust. Here comes the right clicks and the races and the lift, and that should be enough to take him down with the Burrow Strike there to help out.
A lot better teamwork
Dire's
coming out from
middle tower is under
Prodota. They
attack.
don't have as many kills, but they're getting like way more important kills. Like
Yeah.
a Clinks kill is really, really important for them. And Shadow Fiend hasn't died since that one gank mid.
Yeah, and since then he's picked up quite a few kills as well. Or rather, he's picked up 2 kills, but one of them was a Clinks.
Ooh, he's going
Indeed.
Blink.
Ooh. I like that though.
Radiant's
Can we
bottom
make
tower
him
is under attack.
more aggressive? And right now it seems like the aggression is something that Elements just can't deal with yet, or is not ready to deal with yet. Perhaps it's going to change once that Centaur. Oh, he has his Blink. There you go. Now they can deal with it. Perhaps we'll see. if they can get the castle, which yeah, they should be able to get.
Oh my god, that Sunstrike is like 80% of his HP.
Yep. But it's just a keeper.
It's just a keeper. Keeper's still useful.
Radiant's bottom
Without,
tower
looks
is
like
under
the
attack.
smoke
Radiant
did.
structures are fortified.
They just suspected. They didn't have vision of it.
They did. I think they saw it. They pinged it out anyway.
I saw they pinged it, but oh, they had that word over there.
Yeah.
That was just placed in. Oh yeah, GG.
So easy rotation. Ooh. Maybe they're still gonna be able to see it though. To do something with it. They're gonna go in. Why not? The Hoofsum comes out. That's a Sand King. Gets lifted instantly, but it doesn't matter. Sand King still gets dropped. Now Keeper teleports in, but gets a blinding light off. Here comes the dust. They're trying to hunt for that Lynx, but it's just a disruptor here who gets help from the center to get out. But can he make it? I don't think he can. A couple of hits needed. Everybody's on his tail. Oh, this disruptor. So sad. The glimpse is going to be too late. And the rage is there regardless. Well, it could have been Clinks, I guess, but yeah, 1-for-1 trade. Not well, considering Prodota saw the smoke, I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah, that was weird. They didn't actually
Radiant's
react
middle
that
tower is under
greatly
attack.
to it. Like Shadow Fiend wasn't in the fog. Like let's say if he's like channeling Requiem or
Yeah.
he sees the gank and then he blink
Radiant's
Requiem, they could have
middle
actually
tower
turned that
has
fight a lot
fallen.
more. But at the same time, they did have Stampede to bail those people out, so maybe it wouldn't have even done that much. And he was just expecting, okay, if they go on me, I can just blink out. But you know, that's not super reliable versus a hero like the Clinks. Who can just pop you from invis.
Well, that's all tier 1 towers down on the side of Elements, and it seems like Prodota just wants to continue pressuring down these towers. They already pointed out a lane on bot lane, perhaps that tier 2 is the next one. They already have the sentries up, so if the Clinks is snooping around, they can easily get a pick off there if they get lucky with him going that way.
Dire's top tower
That's
is
an
under
Ags
attack.
already. On Invoker.
On Invoker. I mean, he is very rich, but is it enough to stop pushes like that?
When they don't have BKBs on the Shadow Fiend, definitely so. But looks like he's getting that item next.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, we're gonna find out and
Radiant's
see
bottom
if
tower is under attack.
Prodota is gonna deny or rather defend this tower on the top lane. Doesn't seem to be the case. They rather want to try to take a fight on bot lane. Rubik scouting out. He's got some wards available. LeBron sees him though. Gets the multicast off, and that is a dead Rubik. Very, very dead. But the rest of the team wants revenge. Nice static storm. It's a punt too, but only one gets stuck in the kinetic field. That is the Shadow Fiend. He's trying to get away. Silence is ended. He can turn around perhaps to help his team. His team is in a lot of trouble. LeBron trying to chase down Cheshire Cat. Swift ending gets himself there. Oh, Epicenter. Burrow strike Epi away though. Cheshire Cat knows he's in trouble. In the meantime, Invoker is just cleaning house on bot lane. Gets the Lifestealer. Shadow Fiend died as well on the Sunstrike because Cole is just that kind of player. Oh, it's not over yet. This Keeper of the Light is in trouble. Come with me. The strife is there. The hits are there. A couple more hits needed. Doesn't have the vision. Goes in the invis. Gets a 1 arrow needed. Hello. Jukes. Come with me, Jukes. Epic. Sunstrike misses.
If he had any part of his Dezo right there, he would have gotten the kill.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the Blight, so.
He has it now though, so next time won't be so easy. This all started because Prodota tried to catch a fight. And then in comes Invoker, and then they all die. And Rubik maybe being out a little bit too far.
He had a really nice ice wall to kite the Lifestealer. That was really important for them, that fight, or else the Lifestealer could have gotten a lot more crazy.
So they kind of stopped the pushing train for Prodota. And that's a great start to make, well, I wouldn't really say comeback. They never were that much behind.
No.
But it's a start to push down some more towers, perhaps. They did get the tier 1 on the top lane. They still have the tier 1 bottom to take out if they want to, but it seems like, again, they're just happy farming. Ooh, or maybe they want to smoke with the Disruptor, with LeBron. Oh, they got to be careful, though. There is an Observer ward.
Wow, Ogre's such a bro. He got Helm of Dom for his Clinks. That's some
So you
Bro action right there.
dominated creep.
Yeah,
and
look,
he
he
takes
just ate it. Yeah, it's sick.
All right, that is.
Usually you
actually
share
sick.
control, and then you dominate the creep, and then you. Ooh, what a rage! My God.
Okay, I don't think that Elements was expecting that one. Garter still gets done. Mitch is fine. Nice deafening blast. King is still standing in the middle of a sentry though, so he has to be careful. In the meantime, the cold snap is really hurting the Shadowfiend. He can't get anything done. Is there someone to finish him off? Yes, there it is. Sand King also couldn't hide in the trees. In the meantime, Keeper of the Light doing what he can. Garter is no longer having a rage to protect himself. And come with me. He's trying to illuminate some. Gets the kill still on the Invoker. That's a big kill. But he gets glimpsed back into the hands of the rest of his teammates. And Cole gets avenged by them.
Radiant's top
And that's still a 5 for 1. So, you know, if you're going to lose your Invoker,
Dire's bottom tower is under
then at
attack.
least you get the full team against it.
Dire's structures
That's
are
okay.
fortified.
I mean, it's okay. That was. I thought that was gonna go poorly for them, but
Yeah.
normally you'd want like an epicenter to follow up. Okay, they went on him. Everyone like blinked in, and they're like trying to reset and wait for their cooldowns, but there was just no follow-up. Senki was not able to get any spells off during that fight, and Lifestealer had to use his rage at the very start of the fight, and then just got kited immediately afterwards. The thing about Clinks is kind of crazy how much damage he can do. I guess he kind of has a Helm of Dom in his inventory because LeBron is giving him the aura as well as constantly giving him the creep.
Yeah, in case people don't realize, if you take over a creep with Helm Dominator, you get a lot of HP on that said creep. And that's like 1400, and the HP is directly translated into attack damage coming from
And health.
and health coming to Swift Ending. So
Yeah, 65%. He gets like
That's
1,000
great.
health.
I
And
mean, if you're an ogre, you know you constantly lose your creep, but you can dominate anything anyway.
yeah, it's
you're
not like you're
fine.
feeding the gold or XP at
Yeah.
all, so it's perfectly okay for him.
And Swift Ending is on the hunt. I'm gonna if he finds the Sand King now, he'll find that there's a Lifestealer set inside them though. Sand King is going for this. I mean, of all the targets you can try to find,
It's the only one they saw.
yeah, I guess so, but it's then you just don't go, right? Ooh, they know the rage is on cooldown. This time they're on time with the Static Storm, and that's it.
That was a sick play. Wow.
Swift Ending providing the vision.
That was such a tiny one. He had 2 seconds left on his rage right there.
Mm-hmm. Someone's counting.
And that is straight into the Roshan pit they go.
Radiant's bottom
Medallion
tower is
not yet
under
completed
attack.
on the Ogre Magi, so this will be probably a little bit slower than they would like. Come with me. Is he going to throw a blast inside from the high ground? Looks like he is.
Ooh, and a buyback. They want to contest this. They want to try and make this happen. The mana leak's already there. LeBron's already out of mana, but he got the stun off no matter what. Ventura doesn't have something available. Taking a lot of damage there. And in the meantime, come with me. He does end up dropping. Now Sand King comes in. Sunstrike coming out. Cheshire Cat
Radiant's
tries
bottom
to run
tower
away from this
is under
cold. Just
attack.
trying to do things from the low ground. It's not really working out too great though. The Aegis did get taken by Swift Ending, but Mike will take him down for the second time with the Rectum of Souls. And Cole and Gog just get out. Disconnection from Come With Me. That will explain why he was stuck in that kinetic field for so long without trying to move and do anything. But I'm sure he'll come back. That fight I don't think would have ended different anyway.
Don't think
Good
so.
fight for Prodota. But the Aegis did get denied. Like, it's still taken and still gone.
Come with me did a lot of damage in that fight.
Yeah.
That first blast that he had on the Clinks. I don't think they actually had a Helm of Dom creep up on the Clinks, so he wasn't able to get that as much Death Pact. And Clink's actually one of the not as good Aegis carriers, just because once you die you don't have Death Pact.
Yeah.
And he just got obliterated by the Requiem.
Yes. He died incredibly fast there. Can they counter the sentry? I can't see the range from the sentry when you're paused. It's very frustrating. But is that in range?
I don't believe so.
Alright.
Do you believe so?
No, I don't think so.
I don't believe so. It looks a little bit far. And it's uphill.
That
So
doesn't...
It's like
really
slightly range-wise, though.
That's a tiny difference.
It's a tiny difference.
Like, tiny.
It adds up.
I guess if it's going to be on the edge, then yes, it does. Which
Yeah,
is
I
probably
mean,
will
it's
be.
pretty close to the edge.
Alright, let's hope Come With Me will be back very soon. In the meantime, I mean, this game is shaping up to be quite even. In terms of kills, we mentioned it earlier that Prodota might not have a lot of kills, but they seem to be really good in coordinating their team and taking the only fights that they need to. Do they get picked off at times where they shouldn't be picked off, or you feel like the game's still going quite okay for them despite being behind in kills?
I think it's going quite okay for them. The Lifestealer is still being able to output a lot of damage. They've gotten a couple kills on Invoker. They got a couple kills on the Clinks when he just had the Aegis. And they definitely have the damage. It's just that they gotta not lose their Shadow Fiend as much, I think is the main one. He's been dying quite a bit in these team fights. And I don't like BKB is going to only help you so much too versus a Clinks with high amounts of physical output.
Yeah, but the cold snap is very annoying for him as
Oh
well.
yeah, he needs it. It's
Yeah.
just it's still not a guarantee to keep you alive. You want your BKB to be like, I'm God for 10 seconds, and he's still like, yeah, I can get eaten alive by Clinks. They really need a Centaur Axe. I think is actually the biggest one. Once they get Centaur Axe, they can like deal with Rage super easily, Epicenter super easily, Requiem. You deal with everything easily with Centaur Axe.
He's fairly far away though.
Yep.
That's,
He is.
that's a problem right there, especially since he just died. Previously, we've seen Prodota take objectives off the back of. Oh, we have another disconnect. Off the back of kills. You think they can take the tier 1 middle or tier 2 middle after this? Or is Invoker and Disruptor enough to stop that? I mean, the push is the creep wave is mid, but the push can be easy. There's no.
I think
buybacks.
Invoker alone is enough to stop it. Disruptor, like a glimpse into a buyback, is pretty devastating, especially on a hero like Shadow Fiend who doesn't have BKB yet. I think they could easily get pick-offs. So it's a little risky. Do not recommend, unless
not
you want to
recommend.
force people back.
But look at the wards that they have. They're so ready for everything.
Yeah, they're ready for they're just waiting for Elements Pro to kind of push out mid. They can also keep track of like the Helmet Down creeps too, because he will usually be following Clinks' tracks. So these reserve wards pretty darn useful.
Yeah, their warding has been spot on. We also have a couple of aggressive wards from Elements coming out on the bottom lane. Mostly looked like they were preparing for a bottom tier 2 push, but well, I think that's been put on the back burner for a while now, considering the previous fight they won't have an Aegis. Is it that do they like how well do these two teams match up in terms of late game? Do Elements need to force the issue, or did they have time to just relax?
I think it's pretty even. Clink Shadow Fiend versus, Clink's Invoker versus Lifestealer, plus Shadow Fiend. Yeah, I think it's about even. Centaur Axe though. Ooh.
Centaur Axe.
Centaur
But you
Axe.
Cotton Axe.
Centaur I think is closer to his, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Kotal is
Keeper has his.
Keeper has this, but you mentioned earlier that Kotal was like, they won instantly.
Yeah, but then I saw the Clinks, because Clinks,
Okay.
Clinks, like we don't see Clinks very often, but in
We do
theory
not.
he's really good at dealing with these type of heroes that rely on positioning in the back. Like he's picked a lot versus the Wisp, who's I wouldn't say he's like super similar in terms of their positioning. I think they're similar. You like kind of sit in the back, like way away from all the action, and like Coddle like bounces in and out. You go back, you cast Illuminate, you have your Spirit, and then you go in for Blinding Light. You back out, you Mana Leak, from far range, and
Yeah.
kind of go in and out near the outskirts of the fight, which is I also kind of think how you want to play with a Wisp too. Close enough to relocate, but not close enough to die. So
And Clinks can circumvent.
yeah,
that.
Clinks can circumvent that, and you have high amounts of physical damage, which is really important because these heroes have no armor.
Yeah.
I think Keeper has like 1 armor, maybe at level 1. Wisp has 2, and Wisp also doesn't really build too many armor items. Usually, you see like Urn, Arcane, Urn, Tranquil into like Glimmer. Usually, I would say, and Keeper just goes like Tranquil Ags. So like with a Dezo and Clinks, you just tear them apart. But he's a little bit underfarmed relative to other cores in this game. After dying a couple times in the mid game and after the botched Roshan fight.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call Clinks a very tanky hero either. Surely he suffers from the same things that a lot of his enemies do. The moment that they start hitting him, he just dies. He's just squish. It does help, obviously, that he can every time eat a creep from the ogre.
Yeah, maybe he needs a pike so he can distance himself from the
Yeah.
lifestealer a little bit more.
Ooh, admin message. You have 3 minutes to reconnect.
Nice. You tell him, Kiev
Oh.
major admin.
Yeah. What happens after 3 minutes? They're forced to play with 4.
Or probably.
Probably. I would imagine so.
Game's got to get played, Shiver.
Now the thing is, Keeper of the Light. How difficult do you consider Keeper of the Light to play as your secondary hero? Because
Ooh.
positioning obviously is very important.
He is very tough to play at a very high level, I think.
Okay.
He is not easy. It's just because you need to push out the waves a lot without dying. And
Yeah.
I think that's extremely difficult against teams that know what they're doing. Like when there's a Clinks in the game, Bounty Hunter, like these heroes that are just really good at dealing with split pushers, it is just not easy at all to not die and keep up your network, get your eggs in an early time, hit sick blinding lights too that can change the course of a fight. Like there's some really sick blinding light plays that I've seen, like blinding light to like break the tether so that you can't relocate, blinding light to like push people off cliffs, of course, and we do have the reconnect.
We do have a reconnect and we have a chase upon call. There's no detection, so they won't get that invoker. A little bit of a wishful thinking raise there coming out from the shadow field.
His max range raise wasn't up. Seed raise.
Yeah, just a medium range to raise to send him off. Still though, it was a good fight for Prodota, so they can take some more advantage of the map. But as you mentioned, they're not gonna go for any other objective. It's just not enough time. They rather wait for elements to come back on the map and take him out there. And it starts by going to the bot lane. Well, not for killing, but Cheshire Cat definitely is gonna get some farm. Until maybe the enemy team comes to take him out. I did see them rotate that way, I think, mostly. I think Cheshire Cat knows that he is the target right now. He does have a blink he can get himself out with. Hello. Nah, he's fine. Alright. So both teams back to farming. It seems that Elements has put a little bit more pressure into trying to find some openings, trying to find a kill.
They really wanted to make better use of the Aegis and take a big team fight off it, but because they lost that.
Alright. Ooh, that would have been a great tornado if it came a little bit earlier because the Cheshire Cat was there. But not anymore. But the pushes on, they were earlier already thinking about pushing bot lane. That's why we see
Radiant's
the
top
wards there.
tower is under
And like
attack.
you said, they probably wanted to do that with an Aegis, but perhaps they're going to try without. Now that the Keeper of the Light is dead, is not there to stop the creep waves from being pushed down by the Illuminates.
Dire structures are fortified.
Alright, this is very rough. Oh, there we go. Channeling that epicenter, going for swift ending. Is there any saves available? The lift is there as well. So he's so tanky, he can get himself out regardless. The dust is there. Meatball will fall as well. That is one from Rubik, by the way. And that is enough to take him down with a burrow strike to finish him off.
Lives like grains of sand.
Lives like grains of sand indeed. Nice kill. Important kill. And they did use the fortify, but they did not lose the tower.
Nice meteor.
Nice meeting us up. Very well aimed indeed. The rest of his team couldn't wait to get out there. Could they have not tried and save him better, you think?
They don't have a save.
They don't, I guess.
Keeper, Centaur Axe.
Yeah, I guess that's one in the making, and there we go again. A little bit of a disconnect. Coming out from Prodota, come with me. And it's an important one too, because it looks like the team is ready to take action and to fight. Elements, they do see that there is a Shadow Fiend. So they are aware that this could be a potential fight, and at the same time, Prodota does not see that hidden Centaur. The hidden Centaur is going to be key in this fight, so all eyes on Mitch, I would imagine. With no clinks, can they fight back?
Yeah, I think so. Keeper's a little bit far away,
He's
but it's
very far away.
daytime, so it should be fine.
And he's got the Tranquil Winged Blaze, so he's mighty fast.
I think they should at least try and pressure the C2. The creep wave's already there. Things at what, a third HP. That T2 tower on bottom lane. So
Ogre is very far as well. He's not
Ogre is
MCB,
very far.
and he does not have a teleport
Or recall on his side.
or recall. Well, neither does Keeper, because Keeper can't recall himself to the team.
He
No.
cannot.
He cannot. Question is, will they discover the Centaur? Because if they can kill the Centaur, they can slow down his Aghanim Scepter, and as you said, that's going to be a very important factor for Elements' game plan. So if they can slow that down, they're like one step closer to victory.
Can they slow it down?
Can they? No?
I'm watching this other game.
Yeah, I am similarly distracted. In case people are wondering, this game is obviously paused, but there's multiple Dota 2 games going on at the same time. And right now on Beyond the Summit 2, as well as on the multicast, Alliance is going on versus Nip. And we cannot tell you, actually we can, because by the time they hear this is 5-minute delay. Right now Nip's taking racks. Yeah. As everything is broadcast with 5 minutes delay, so don't worry. Prodota will not know that the Centaur is here because they will not have time to catch up on the stream.
Let's
if
hope.
anybody was worried.
I mean, it's
Well,
kind of
they're not allowed to pause. Pause for very much longer. There's a maximum amount of pauses available. If you're going to wait for everybody that is going to need a pause, then, I mean, you're already having a round robin with 10 teams, best of ones. That's a lot of games. You can't afford to wait for everybody. So they decided to basically wait for no one, or only wait for a little bit for everybody, but to not play favorites.
Keeper's the hero that you really need a dedicated person to micro.
Yeah.
You know, CM or something, it's like Frostbite, Kaiser, oh, whatever, no big deal. But Keeper is not so easy because he's so positioning reliant.
And the question mark comes out once more. I would imagine that Come With Me has lost internet would be the same answer. It's just depending on how long pauses are allowed to be. Internet down. Yeah,
It's not looking good for them.
it is not. He is restarting. I can't believe. Wow. Okay. Well, hopefully it won't be a problem much longer, but looking at the stats right now, the odds if Cuddle were to come back, we just say like Prodota is actually ahead in this game. Net worth wise, it's still in favor of Elements, but it just doesn't feel like that.
They haven't been able to take down map control yet. Like, they haven't gotten to the point where they can actually hold the gem. If they hold the gem, then they can actually just kill the Clinks constantly because he doesn't have a BKB yet. So, like, you just pop him with Sand King plus Lifesteal or whatever it may be your combo is to deal with him. And then once the Clinks can't actually farm out, then they're in a little bit of trouble. He's back! Return of Romania.
And non-pause there. Sensor decided to just get out of
Radiant's
there.
bottom tower is
And
under
they're going to
attack.
give the tower. I mean, that's the
Radiant's bottom tower
up/downside
has fallen.
of these pauses. It gives teams all the time to decide on what to do, so there's no hesitation. It's just get out, don't fight. Not even trying to see if something changed in their situation. Just get out and run. So another tower taken by Prodota, and they are definitely catching up. They're now one tower up even compared to Elements. And we'll
Oh,
see,
this is the gem. This is the time.
when the time of the gem is going to happen. That's indeed
Yeah.
what I was going to. And there it is, and it's on the Cuddle. He's got that daytime vision. The daytime is going to last for another 2.5 minutes. Make use of it or wait till the next one.
At least the award during the daytime, and then nighttime. I would actually consider dropping it during daytime, just because, like,
during nighttime.
they're not ahead in gold.
Yeah.
It's very risky. You lose a fight, you lose a gem, you're suddenly putting yourself at like a 9,000 net worth
Yeah.
disadvantage.
And they use a lot of aggressive wards as well. That all just disappeared. Apart from the one that I just put a circle around. Right. But that was a Rubik, by the way. He died. He just straight up died to an invoker. And, maybe should have waited for the Keeper of the Light to get some vision out there before going out by yourself. Nonetheless, still daytime.
Ill-gotten
Still
gains.
the ward time. This Cuddle running past workplaces, and as you can see, there's only
Dyer's
one
middle tower
Radiant
is under
ward up.
attack.
So Radiant. Radiant
Haste.
ward up. Ward up. It's very difficult.
Might just
Oh, Swift has to be careful now. He can't just roam around and hope that he gets lucky. He has to actually be careful because if Keeper of Light sees him, he could be a very easy target. I don't think Cuddle has shown that he has a gem yet, right? Even when the Rubik died.
I don't think so.
But
They're
that's
playing
good.
together as a team too. They definitely don't want to lose this.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be nighttime soon, so if they want to make something out of it, they're gonna have to be fast.
It's gonna be nighttime soon with Clinks' BKB at this rate.
Yeah. He just needs about 1k gold and then he's there. In the meantime, bot lane is
Dyer's
pushing out with
bottom
Blinks and
tower
Invoker.
is under attack.
We'll take the tower.
Dyer's bottom tower has
Shadowfiend,
fallen.
careful with your teleport there, buddy. He blinks out. Swift ending is gone. That was a free tower. And that is 20 seconds to nighttime. Is Keeper of Light gonna give his gem away, or rather put it in the base for a bit? Is he gonna continue carrying it? I think he'll continue carrying it actually.
I think he'll continue carrying it too. Maybe give it to Lifestealer
Yeah.
in place of his Quelling Blade.
Double damage.
Darkness. Darkness is here, and that means that at least for Prodota, they're not gonna fight during nighttime. Oh, hey, he dropped it
Mm.
in the
Okay.
base. But if you are elements right now, you want to fight, right? Because it's nighttime, you don't want to fight in daytime.
Yeah, you're looking for more ganks for sure. And seems fairly likely that Roshan's going to spawn during this next nighttime.
Yeah.
So it's about that time where things are going to happen. But there's a recently completed BKB on the Shadow Fiend.
All right.
So, yeah, on the, wait, it's on the, actually Clinks is flying out right now. Sorry,
yes,
that's
that-
his BKB coming out. So he's going to have it. He's going to be pretty difficult to kill. Sunstrike.
This Meteor is going to be a little bit late. Mitch, can he still get something? He's got another blink up in 3 seconds in the meantime. Actually, the rages and teleports out. Sand King gets some help from the Shadow Fiend, but they're just going to continue with the Sand King. Get the Sand King now, looking for more. Shadow Fiend went the other way though, so they won't be able to catch him. But perhaps they can take down the shrine. They can't because that was a different game. I'm confused. There were no tier 3 towers down. It's been a long day. So.
We forgive you, Shiver.
Good.
We've all been flubbing.
Yeah. So. Shadow Fiend. Does he want to make a move? It's still nighttime. Of course he doesn't.
It's just risky. You lose this fight, you lose Roche. So neither team really wants to come into Roche, but neither team wants to really come into a fight that they think they could possibly lose.
Oh. 1.5 minutes though for Roche.
Like if you're a Prodota, you'd obviously want to wait until daytime.
Yeah, but it's only 30 seconds. Like it's gonna be up for 30 seconds before daytime comes. So you're quite okay then, I think.
But you don't know that.
You do. Oh, the team doesnn't know.
Yeah, the
You
team
know,
doesn't
you're
know
right.
that.
The team doesn't know.
Like Clinks can easily take it, especially with like an Invoker with Alacrity. They could do it in 15, 20 seconds, which might not be enough time for them to realize. Wow, he actually gets an illusion rune. That's actually one of the better runes
this
right
is
now.
the best rune.
Yeah,
You
because they
tap one there.
they don't have a Hell and Dom, so Garter.
Garter. Let's see if he gets some help there. Blinding light. It's enough to scare Clinks
Radiant's
off.
top tower is under attack.
They ping out the Roshan again, but it's still not here. They will take out the illusion though. Where's the other illusion? Can they take that out?
Yeah, I don't see it on the map
No, I
anymore.
don't see it on the map anymore either.
It's getting pretty tense though as Elements Pro try and go into Roche. They are going to smoke Swift ending Mitch and Goji.
Yeah, they want to go high ground, see if they can get the Shadow Fiend. They don't see him, though. Actually, they did see him with the ward they have placed. And because the Coddle doesn't carry his gem right now, they didn't have that dewarded just yet. If they can kill the Shadow Fiend, there's no buyback. 70 seconds. This is their Roche if it spawns right now. And it is there. There you go. They cannot hope to contest this. Keeper of Light has got his gem back as well. 40 seconds till daytime. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to force bot lane? gonna be too late because this Roche is dying so fast.
Yeah, they can't get the T3 in time.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Just come with me trying to push down bot lane a little bit. I mean, place one more Illuminate and then just go. The greedy, just one more. That's this one. But it's fine.
Got it, delay. Delay, delay, delay.
Yeah, that's his job right now. It clinks with an Aegis. We saw previous time when he had an Aegis, he lost it instantly. This time they want to put it to good use. But taking down some towers, hopefully for them. Taking out a tier 3 as well, so that, oh, wait a second, Jules, the Sand King. Jules in return though. Or Tornado and Jules, that is. Cold Snap coming out and the vision of the Crypt Revive, that will help out a lot. He's invisible though for now. Ooh, the Deafening Blast. Couple hits needed to blink. Cole gets it. He's a dominating Invoker right now with 12 for 2. And the top lane is where the focus is going to be next as far as towers go for elements. Rubik is pushing out bottom with the Lifestealer inside of it. And they just want to. Oh, they saw him. Hello. He has the ward up there. He's like, hey, there's a Rubik sitting in a tree. Surely it's just a Rubik. Surely there's no
Dyer's top
Lifestealer
tower
sitting
is
inside
under
Pretty
attack.
kill, right?
there. Yeah.
Dyer's top tower has
Naive.
fallen.
Yeah, that Lifestealer is getting recalled right now. Was able to do some damage there. And they recall him into vision though, so this is something that Element is well aware of.
Radiant's courier
Oh, but
has
they
been killed.
knew! Yeah, that's taunt worthy. Was that a game taunt or was that an actual taunt? Stampede used so LeBron can get out. Perhaps he's lucky, perhaps he can get himself to safety. There will be a burrow strike though, and that is a dead Ogre Magi.
He
He's
is
gonna do it
so
again.
tanky.
He
Oh
is
my
very
god.
tanky.
That's Solar Crest.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, he dies.
I think it was an automatic taunt. Killing Courier.
Yeah, that's true. That was a nice word there though. Good vision. Yeah, automatic taunt. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise it would be kind of BM, but yeah. Killing Courier is definitely something that taunts for you. Alright. Even with, it's just an Ogre Magi kill. Prodota can't push out towards the tier 2, or can they? Oh, they call him back. No, they call him back to base. Never mind, I'm confused. Yep. Elements is gonna continue pushing out the waves and just farming. Waiting till nighttime perhaps. As everybody gets taken away from that bot lane. Oh! This Rubik is by himself though. He has got a blink available and will use it all. Is there enough damage, enough time? Yes, there is. And the Hex, I don't think the Hex was needed, but you know. Just in case. You can never be too sure. It's just a Rubik, but still. Every little bit counts at this point. So how are they gonna go high ground? A couple of pickoffs we've seen. We've seen them taking a tower. That's fine. Is it gonna be a head-on fight or is it gonna be split push?
Split push is generally a little bit better versus
Radiant's middle
keeper.
tower is
Like have
under
Invoker
attack.
push one lane, have the Clinks with Aegis push another. They have a good minute. Oh, are they going to actually catch people? There was an infesticide bitch.
And that is an Aghanims coming out from the center. So that Stampede was an Aghanims one, and that is a dead Sand King. Can they glitch on back? No, they can't. Yes, they can. Never mind, they can.
Wow, he died so quickly.
Yep, he did. The Blinding Light will help out a little bit, but it's just delay. LeBron is not Blinding Lighted, so he just starts punching that tower.
Is under attack.
Backdoor protection or not. Buyback feisty. Let's see if they can defend this high ground. Everybody back alive. Ultimate's up. Where's the Sand King? Gonna wait for the epicenter. He's infested as well. The tier 3 tower already down. BKB on for this Clinks, and he gets out. In comes the epicenter, looking for the burrow strike. They don't find it. Now the tornado's there. Lifestealer still inside of him. Ooh, looking for the target. It's the Ogre Magi, but even Lifestealer knows that he shouldn't be sticking around here very much longer. In comes the Hoof Stomp. Find some targets. They find the Shadow Fiend. BKB is not enough to keep him alive. That is a buyback needed, perhaps. There he comes. He'll be back in just a second. Centaur, target there. Frontliner will die. No buyback for him. Burrow Strike this time will hit and hits on the Ogre Magi and takes him down. Yule Scepter up on the Clinks. They want to take him. The Stomp comes in. The Hoof Stomp stolen by Rubik. Lynx. He's invisible for now, but it doesn't matter. He will lose his Aegis. Is his team gonna try and help him survive? The Force Staffs come out. It's not enough. He'll drop as well, but they did get the tier 3. Might not have gotten Rex, but at least they can maybe go for some shrines later on. I'm not sure though. Was that worth all the buybacks? Was the buyback for the Shadow Fiend needed?
I think it's worth it. They didn't lose the melee racks, which at the end of the day I think is the most important thing that you're escaping with alive.
Yeah. They didn't use lose any racks.
Yeah,
So.
they didn't lose any racks. Well,
So
the melee
good.
rack, the range rack's kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
So for me, it's mostly about the melee racks.
I'll take your treat.
Yeah, Shadowframe buying back though. His net worth is so terrible compared to Invoker's. Invoker, that Hex owns too. It owns a BKB and it owns a Lifestealer. They don't have a Lotus Orb, although I think they should build one purely for the Hex and the Bloodthorn, perhaps. If yeah, it comes out later. Yeah, it looks like Clink is trying to go for the Orchid, but he's actually not that farmed. Not super farmed, but I guess he's still higher than Lifestealer, which is what's important.
Yeah, he's been a target a lot as well. He's died 4 times, which I know doesn't seem like that much perhaps, but if the enemy team only has 16 kills, then all of a sudden it adds up, especially if Invoker only has 2 so far. Alright. So, no more tier 3 tower. Shrines are bare, they can try and take them down, but so far Elements
Radiant's middle tower
is
is under
playing very
attack.
safe. They are in nighttime right now, so I would be expecting them to be more active on the map. But I guess they don't have any vision, so what's holding them back?
No Aegis on Clinks.
Okay.
It always takes time. You can't just like go into the fight immediately as a Clink. You need to like windwalk around, find a suitable neutral, death pact it, and then you have to find someone during that death pact before it wears off. So it's like always a pretty tight window when you're actually trying to get kills with Clinks. And you definitely don't want to go in a fight without death pact. And Ogre, he's still trying to micro helmet down crease, but that thing is only once a minute. Cheshire can't gets infested in, and then recalled out.
Yep. Nicely done. And the Rubik is hiding as well in the trees. In the meantime, Prodota is happy with the time they're given. They're taking some farm and making sure the lanes are pushed out. On top lane, all 5 players of Elements once again. Perhaps this is the time. They want to try and force people to move back from bottom lane. I mean, if you're going to try to take Rax, is it worth losing a tier 3 tower for Rax right now if you're Elements? They might be able to make that trade if the Disruptor goes up. Nah, they're not even going to try and trade anything. They rather just defend and play it that way, play it safe, as they do take out a shrine. Oh yeah, that's right. Forged Spirits, take out shrines so fast. I don't like that that's possible. It just, you know, you don't even have to put yourself in danger. You can't even abuse the fact. If you're Prodota, you can set it up as perhaps as a bait. You know, you can use it as a reason to fight, but it's just.
That's your punishment for losing a T3. Defend those T3s.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm fine with just being able to lose shrines, but losing it to just 2 Forge Spirits, that's a little bit disheartening, to be honest. But
you know,
right.
one summon of Nature's Prophet trance kill a shrine.
That's, wow, I did not expect that. Ooh, hello.
Yeah, there's a
This
couple
would
of
be
Lotus
a gem,
Orbs.
by the way, if he dies, but he does not die, and perhaps BKB forced out on Cole. Want to try and fight this Garter. He's already raging. He has to be careful. His rage is about to end. Burrow Strike does hit upon this Clinks, but he's fairly tanky. That's the gem on deck. Rubik does manage to pick it up. Clinks is still alive in the meantime. In comes Wrecking of Souls. BKB is still up there for Swift Ending. It's not enough, though. He ends up alive because he's invisible. He's fine. Rubik jumps forward with the gem. He lifts up that Centro, but it doesn't do much. Rubik will be on the chase. We'll see if that's going to work out later on. In the meantime, Disruptor is trying to get himself away. Cheshire Cat is the one to chase him down, and he's turning into the one being chased down instead as Mitch comes into the fray, and with the Burrow Strike, is not able to get the kill. Rubik gets out with the gem. That's pretty insane. But everybody else dies. And he did get the Clinks, by the way, so he did chase that one down successfully.
They had to blow the Lotus really early on, and the Rage on the lifesteal. Like,
Yeah.
the Rage is just not being that useful anymore.
But at the same time, Invoker had to use his BKB very early on.
Yeah,
so
but he
it
got
was a bit of
stampeded
threat.
during it, and
Yeah.
the lifestealer committed his Rage and his pretty much entire load to try and kill the BKB heroes. But you just pop your R button at Centaur, and no one can really do enough damage. And their two main damage dealers are in the grave for a very, very long
Middle
time.
barracks are under attack.
Nice blinding light. There's the BKB. They really want to get these melee racks, and they will get them too.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And Sand King got the gem this time. Who needs clinks when you're pushing down buildings when you got Forge
Dire's middle
Spirits?
barracks has fallen.
These are amazing.
They are amazing.
Well, that's a single lane of racks down in favor of Elements. They are looking quite hot this game, and
They're trying to fake back right now. Cheshire Cat going to walk right into the fake back.
That might be one dead Sand King. He's trying to get away, but he can't yet. Maybe now, give him the runaway. Burst strike out. Tornado will not clip him.
Wow, that's actually a lot of time bought, and the Shrine is not yet taken down yet on Elements Pro Gaming side, so they can easily shrine up on Mitch, Goji, and LeBron.
Take Roche?
Just so they can take Roche. But Shadowfee's going to be up right now. They can easily recall him into the fight. They have the daytime vision. In case they do try and go for Roche and come with me, we'll realize that nothing funny is going on.
Mm-hmm. There you go. They want to take Roshan for themselves. Oh, are they going to be fast enough?
Oh.
The Sunstrike will realize it. Where's the Stampede? Where's the jump in? And did they want to jump in? Oh, nice blinding light. Mitch can't do anything right now. But he can. He's fine. They can't take Roshan. The vision advantage that Prodota has right now is massive. But he does not have the gem. It's the Sand King that has the gem. But they do see him right now. They see the clings. They try to go for him. They jump him. They really want him dead. But he turns on his BKB. He gets forced into safety. Goes for Garner. He's taking a lot of damage, but he will be able to pick off the Lifestealer in the meantime. Shadow Fiend also not safe. Drops as well. No buyback for him. Hex upon the Sand King. Cole is beyond godlike, and nobody is stopping him from now. Centaur uses half stop a bit too early. Still gets a double edge. Lets Cheshire Cat live to see another day, though. He doesn't think the same applies to the Keeper of the Light. They want to chase that down. They want to kill him off. Blinding light or no, flips back into the hands of the Disruptor and the Forge Bears, of course, because they're everywhere. And another kill going the way of Cole. That's Roshan.
Centaur X.
Centaur X.
Centaur X. They had such a good jump on the the
Yes.
clinks right there.
He just lived.
Yeah. Cause Centaur X.
You could just stand there and take it.
To the radiant.
Yeah,
it.
as long as they don't go on Centaur, you're fine.
And they didn't. Well, they tried to at start, but then he turned his Lotus Orb on, and then what are you gonna do?
Not kill him.
Not kill him. Just go
Not
for
kill him.
someone else instead.
Damage.
I mean, how do you deal with that?
Centaur X? Well, the usual response is to ban it.
Yeah, okay. Fair
But
enough.
honestly, there's very little you can do about Centaur X.
You just
Like,
gotta wait it out.
Dire's
what
top
can
barracks
you
are under attack.
feasible?
Dire's
Yules, I
top
think, is
barracks
okay,
has
but it
fallen.
doesn't actually dispel it. But it does kind of like limit their positioning, but you reset.
Yes.
But you usually waste a lot of your BKBs if you use them. What else can you do? Scythe, countered by Lotus. Orchid / Global, also countered by Lotus.
How about having some regen for yourself? Like, they don't have any Greaves, you know? They can't reset. They can't... Because basically the Stampede makes sure that elements can fight longer than they normally would be able to.
Yep.
So you gotta get items that would make you be able to fight longer than you would normally be able to. Like Greaves. Or maybe even a Pipe, depending on what team you're up against.
I see where you're coming from. The Clinks does so much damage, though.
Yes.
Like how do you survive the strafe? Like, Greaves isn't going to save you from a strafing Clinks during BKB. And you're not going to do any damage during that, too. Like, if you run as soon as the Ags, like, everyone's going to be at full HP. It's not the worst idea, but, like, the thing about Stampede is if you try and kite them, they'll just run you down with Stampede. And they'll slow you with Stampede. So, like, you can't run away from it. You can't deal damage through it, so... You have to kind of just stand there and tank it, as you mentioned, but like Greaves isn't going to be enough to deal with it. Ghost Scepter's like all right, but I mean, if you're like a Lifestealer,
Yeah,
you really want to
don't
go to Ghost
have an
Scepter.
item slot for
Yeah,
that.
like AC is pretty good for that, but then you won't have your Rage afterwards, and you're just going to get dumpstered by Invoker, definitely Blast, and then what does he do? It is very difficult to deal with. a reset to like the Invoker 9-second tornado cooldown, I think is really gonna deal with it. That's probably one of the best ones.
And that's why Centaur and Invoker on the same team is also very strong.
Yeah, it is very strong. But I don't know. Usually you don't get to this point in the game where it's like 50 minutes and then like your main issue is Centaur Ags. Although, you know, that's kind of the backup plan of Centaur. If you don't win the fights early with Stampede and Blink and, you know, Knife Soap Stop and stuff, as long as your Centaur gets a decent amount of farm, he's number 4. So he's like very, very farmed. Way more so than your normal Centaurs would be. Like imagine if he has Refresher like that.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty common on Centaur nowadays. Because it's like 10 seconds of your team just being immortal almost.
I mean, he's got 5k gold.
I think you just get Refresher. The problem is he's so farmed he doesn't have enough slots.
But don't worry, I found the ultimate counter to the Centaur Ags.
Rupic Ags.
Rubic Ags! You just
Rubic
got one
Ags.
too! He's
Yep.
on his way. I mean, it's gonna take a while. Don't.
And then what happens if he just stands like in fountain and just stampedes?
Well,
This
then you're
is
gonna have a problem.
exaggerate. Yeah, it is. That's the thing. You can always outplay it too. You just stand way in the back and just Centaur ult and then just double edge a creep or something. I don't know. It's just it's a little strong.
A little.
60% is 60% global damage reduction for 5 heroes just by pressing one button. You press R and on top of that you can just run over people too. I don't know. It just sounds ludicrous, and it is a little ludicrous.
Slightly.
That's why he's first picked all the time, just because
Yeah.
it's the Axe.
Or
If he
first
didn't have an
banned.
Axe, he would not be first picked. Like
Or
at all.
first banned. We
Yeah.
see him banned a lot. Mana leak. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you see the positioning of the Sand King? Oh, there we go. BKB going on. There's the Sand King. No. Requiem of Souls almost useless as that. Disruptor getting charged and taken down by Garter, but I'm not sure if Disruptor was our biggest problem right there. Rubik will be elusive. He'll be away. Nice ice smoke coming out there. Likely to can't get out. And he didn't even get Disruptor. They jumped Disruptor with the Sand King and the Life Stealer, hoping to be able to take him down. And they don't even get that. They lose the Shadow Fiend because he was like in the middle of the fight. He just basically was a tank. They hex up now the Keeper of the Light, and they will take it down with the gems on deck as well. But oh, there's nothing that Prodota can do against this anymore. It looks like this might just be the end of the road in this game for them.
Clinks was a really smart pick, though. I think that's
That was a really good pick.
one of the best ways I've actually seen to deal with the Keeper of Light. They destroyed Keeper in the safe lane. And the funny thing is, even though they destroyed Keeper, he still got an Axe pretty quickly. He still got it at like 20 minutes. But the Centaur Axe greater than Keeper Axe. That was Battle of the Ags. They did play it quite well though. Clinks got a lot of pickoffs. The Invoker got mega farmed. Centaur I think played pretty well in terms of how to deal with the Life Stealer. Poor Life Stealer.
Poor
Just get
Life Stealer,
kited.
indeed.
Can't kill Disruptor.
So that means that Prodota is still on 0-3, as in they still haven't gotten a single win. But Elements Pro is 2-1 right now, so they are on the up. Hopefully for them, they will be able to continue their path on the up. But they are going to get
On the
actually.
up.
Ooh, they're going to get a different opponent though. They are going to have a tough game, maybe against Team Secret, which will be their next opponent in the next game. Actually, on this stream, we're moving forward to another game with Prodota, and this time they will face up against 4 Protect 5, so they have another chance to get a win on the board, as 4 Protect 5 already has gotten a win. They're 1 and 2. But more about that later in the next game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a break.